Everything I Need to Know I Learned in the Forest is an essay written by Vandana Shiva, an internationally renowned activist for biodiversity and against corporate globalization. She has authored many books and has won several awards. In the essay, she talks about her early lessons of environmentalism. She also tells us how she learned the ideals of a good life from the forests such as diversity, freedom, and coexistence. This essay contains two articles written by Vandana Shiva. The first part was published in the winter issue of Yes magazine, titled What Would Nature Do? And the second part, titled Right of Nature on the Global Stage, was adopted by the author from her own article, Forest and Freedom, published in the May June 2011 edition of Resurgence magazine. The first part explains how Vandana Shiva's ecological journey started in the forest of the Himalaya. Also, it tells us how Vandana Shiva learnt about environmentalism from the uneducated women of Garhwal, Himalaya. The second part narrates how Earth was transformed into a dead matter from a living entity and its consequences. Growing up in the surroundings of the Himalayan forests, Vandana Shiva was deeply influenced by the beautiful ecosystem. Besides, her forest conservator father and farmer mother instill in her mind a strong sense of attachment to ecology. Her involvement in the contemporary ecology movement began with Chipko movement. It was a non-violent response to the large-scale deforestation in the Himalaya region. In the 1970s, peasant women in the Garhwal, Himalaya, had come out in defense of the forest. Vandana Shiva noticed a steady loss of forest in this region. She decided to become a volunteer for the movement. The Chipko movement taught Vandana Shiva about biodiversity. She realized the importance of biodiversity-based living economies. She started Navadanya, the movement for biodiversity conservation and organic farm in 1987. Vandana Shiva has worked with farmers to set up more than 100 community seed banks across India. They've saved more than 3,000 varieties of rice. This is a transition from monocultures to biodiverse ecological systems. To demonstrate her experimentation, she started Navadanya Farm in 1994 in the Doon Valley in the lower elevation of Himalayan region of Uttarakhand province. They are now able to conserve and grow 630 varieties of rice, 150 varieties of wheat, and hundreds of other species. Thus, they practice and promote a biodiversity-intensive form of farming that produces more food and nutrition per acre. Talking about rights of nature, Vandana Shiva says that the UN General Assembly organized a conference on harmony with nature as part of Earth Day celebrations, inspired by the Constitution of Ecuador and the Universal Declaration of the Rights of Mother Earth, initiated by Bolivia. This emphasizes the significance in contrast with human domination over nature. She upholds the view that human beings are an inseparable part of nature. So she feels that today we do not need an apartheid situation, which once divided people based on color. Our challenge now is to overcome eco apartheid based on the separateness of humans from nature. This separateness paved the way for the Industrial Revolution, replacing vibrant earth and turning it into a dead matter. This has further led to capitalism and consumerism, which exploit natural resources indiscriminately. Thus, Terra Madre, meaning Mother Earth, was replaced by Terra Nullius, meaning the dead earth. Vandana Shiva then writes about the Earth University located at Navadanya Biodiversity Farm, an inspiration from Rabindranath Tagore, which teaches Earth democracy to recognize, protect, and respect the rights of other species. It is a shift from anthropocentrism to ecocentrism. The last section of this essay is adapted from Forest and Freedom, written by Vandana Shiva, published in the May-June 2011 edition of Resurgence. This highlights Tagore's view of forest as the source of beauty and joy of art and aesthetics, of harmony and perfection. The forest teaches us union, compassion, and enoughness. It teaches us enjoyment through renunciation and not through greed of possession. Thus, Vandana Shiva concludes that it is this forest that can show us the way beyond this conflict. With this, I conclude my explanation. Thank you for being with me. Until the next video, take care